record. Hey, everyone. This looks different than what I normally do for my reaction videos. Yeah, because it is. I am live. YouTube, I'm live. But, yeah, so you Twitch chat will appear over here like it normally does. Anyway, so what I'm doing here is I'm reacting to the female loneliness video. I did the male loneliness one in the respondents from Shoe0nhead a long time ago. And I just thought that I would do the other one. But I didn't stream today, so we're going to do it live. Maybe someone will find it interesting. But, yeah.
Despite popular belief on Reddit, I love women. And despite popular belief on 4chan, I am a woman. And as
I believe both of those statements are true. She is, in fact, a woman. And she is also a person that likes women, for sure. Yeah.
Filming this, it is currently International Women's Day. So happy International Women's Day to all 7.3 of you.
Dang. My YouTube analytics say that I have more women that watch my channel than men. Thank you, ladies. I really appreciate it.
Talked quite a bit about male loneliness on this channel, but we haven't really touched on female loneliness.
She has tea.
Which, although
genius. Love it. I don't have tea with me.
Technically not as severe yet, is unfortunately a real and rapidly growing trend. The modern world does not seem to have a solution to this. All modern dating advice is just garbage. The future seems bleak, so maybe we have to look in the past. In this video, we're going to talk a bit about modern female loneliness, and then we're going to have some fun looking at some dating advice.
MC Callis. 3 women. Courage. Wait. By Senator John F. Kennedy. Are sex manuals a threat to a happy marriage? I don't know. Probably. No, I don't think sex manuals are a threat to a happy marriage. Probably not.
From the 1950s to see if we can find a solution there. Because what worked for our grandmothers surely will work for us, right? Back in the day when people would still go to malt shops and diners instead of femboy Hooters.
Now, who wouldn't want to go to femboy Hooters? Come on now. Come on. Let's go.
Women dated men for more than just their wallets. Which reminds me, before we get into this video, let's quickly get into today's sponsor, Ridge Wallet.
Drive into summer with the Honda CR-V and Accord. Your fun-to-drive, weekend getaway vehicles. Buy online, reserve from select.
Ridge wallets are high-quality, minimalist wallets.
Go buy Ridge Wallet if you want to support a product.
3 more product
I don't really care.
on your not increase compared to a 0.
The number of single women in the U.S. is expected to increase 1.2. Well, that's true. Like I went over and 41% of the age group will be child. Well, that's true because men don't think it's worth it. We're living in an era of OnlyFans where you can pay $10 a month to look at the woman you want's breasts, and instead of going out and actually starting a great conversation with someone, no one wants to do that anymore. It's too risky. They're afraid. Even though, like, most women want to be approached by a man, statistically, the ones that don't get you in a lot of trouble. So it's not worth it. So yeah, most women will be
0.8% increase in the overall population. This will result in 45% of women between the ages of 25 and 44 who will be single and childless by 2030. Now, according to some people, this is apparently a good thing. More women being single and childless is a good thing. Society is progressing. Women no longer have to be chained up and turned into breeding cows. 1984. Apparently, single women spend more than the average family on travel, shopping, makeup, skincare, etc. So of course, some economists will twist this into a
Well, single women also spend a lot of money on bettering themselves. Like, I know a few streamers on this platform that buy makeup and are single and have like an OnlyFans, spend all their money on like stuff to beautify them so men give them money. Looking at you. Couple of you. But yeah. Hey, you know, I'm not to judge. I do a lot of stupid stuff too. Right? Right, yeah.
Positive thing. But I'm not an economist. I'm your average, humble, working-class American YouTuber, slaving over a hot laptop, producing absolutely nothing of value to society. And I don't think this is a good thing. I think this is proof things are going very wrong. And if you look at the stats about how so many women are on antidepressants,
Wait, I didn't.
Things are going very wrong. And if you look at the stats about how
older white women account for 58% of adults who have antidepressants for 5 years. Well, yeah. I have family members that joke around like, I am this depressant drug girl. What are you? You know, like, how many do you take? Like, a lot of women are on antidepressants. Now, I've always refused to take antidepressants. It's not my style. Not my cup of tea. But I do know a lot of people that I take calls from and such that are on antidepressants, yeah.
So many women are on antidepressants and how the female suicide rate has been increasing, there may be a connection here. Friendship, family, and sexual intimacy are a big part of the hierarchy of needs. And I don't think sexual intimacy...
Achieving one's potential, including creative ideas, prestige and accomplishment, intimate relationships, security, food, water, and warmth. Yeah, it's true. Yeah. Oh, by the way, I'm streaming, so YouTube, that you don't normally get this, but these are emotes from the Pokemon community game.
Intimacy are a big part of the hierarchy of needs. And I don't think women are happier being alone and single. I just think women might be better at coping with being alone and single. At least for a little while.
I just had like the craziest, saddest thought. I'm in a stage of life where I'm watching all my friends get married and have babies.
When you talk about the subject, a lot of men...
Yeah, so you're 30, you get married and have babies. It's because most men don't want to have, like, reach out to women anymore. You know how many men say that I wait for a woman to come to me? Like, I've seen it so much anymore. Good. So you said only bad men visit you or see you, right? Well, it's because the good men don't. They wait. They wait for them, the women to come to them. Because the men that come to you are usually not, you know, of great stature or standing with people.
Will point out that these women could easily get any man to sleep with. And I'm sure they know that. But sex isn't the only thing people are looking for. As I said in the male loneliness video, it would be relatively easy for a lot of these incels to just get laid, hire a hooker, and it would take the average woman like 5 minutes to find a man to sleep with. Just walk the f*** outside. But casual sex isn't the...
See, I don't think that's good either. Being men... Here's the answer. You want to know a good man from a bad one, or a great man from a bad one? They tell you, I would like to go on a date first and get to know you more before we ever have intercourse. That's a great man. So I think she's proven a really good point here.
Solution to loneliness. It's a band-aid. It's a way to fill your void with cum. Trying to find someone to love, to marry, to have a family with nowadays, it is incredibly difficult for both genders in this climate today. And it seems like nowadays the only acceptable way to do so is to swipe right. We live in an increasingly atomized, lonely society thanks to a nasty combination of social media, technology, hookup culture, lack of community, lack of friends, lack of purpose, lack of money, late-stage capitalism, neoliberalism, and so men's lack of purpose, lack of money, late-stage capitalism, neoliberalism.
So here we go. You ready? How many of these would be solved by not letting kids under the age of, I see they say 18, but I want to say 16. Not letting kids under the age of 16 on the internet. Hookup culture, community, friends, money, they would all succeed more. Social media, look at how many girls on Instagram, like, and I'm friends with a couple of them, use their bodies to get likes and clicks and such. Right? How many? You tell me. Come on. I'm sure you know a couple. I'm sure all of you know a couple.
Liberalism, and so many other things. And men are being told to, well, nothing. You're on your own. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps. It's your fault. You built the world after all, and are increasingly turning to the few people who
I hate the phrase that men built the world, right? Yeah, men did a lot. There's a cricket in here. Men did a lot, but they didn't just build society. You know how many of those guys probably went to their wife and was like, I need insight. I need your ideas. They need emotional help. Putting everything on society that men built it, I don't think is fair. But I don't think it's fair for men to say that we built society either. So just, it's not a double-edged blade, because I think both sides are wrong. It's more like a dull blade.
at least pretend to give a shit, who just wind up selling them poison that ultimately hurts them in the end. Like hollow materialism, eternal one-night stands, and...
We have another ad. Hey, it's a gacha game that I care nothing about.
Vasectomies. Yeah, in case you were wondering, that's what the Red Pill has been up to. Telling their audience to just forget marriage and neuter themselves. While women, in turn, are also being sold very similar.
Getting men to neuter themselves. Well, yeah, I don't think that would go very well for a lot of people.
Or poison. About how it's good to be single, it's empowering. You don't need no man. Get on the pill, sleep around, climb.
No man would ever want to ever be with you if you sleep around. Because let's put it this way, ready? A lot of women want to find a great man, a good one. All right? If you want to find a great man ain't going to sleep with someone who's ever slept around. I've never slept with anyone. And I never will until I find a great one. I'm not going to just sleep with someone that slept with 100 people. Never. I wouldn't do it. If that's your prerogative, fine, but I'm just saying it's gross.
The corporate ladder, and don't worry, baby, we'll freeze your eggs for you. But is this good advice for women? Or have we girl bossed a little too close to the sun? A study on date psychology recently revealed that 48% of men 26 to 40 years old have not approached women in the past year, and 60% of...
Look at this. Look at this. 59% have not approached women. And 48%, 26 have not. Because it's dangerous. It's not worth it to him. I say this all the time. It's not worth it to the guy. Women can get them in so much trouble now. All right. They can find whatever sexual release they want online, which is still wrong, but they can. And they don't want to go through the emotional trauma. Men are already on the verge of suicide in most cases. And let's put 2 and 2 together here. All right? Let's put 2 and 2 together. I know that 1 in 5 men don't even have friends. So if a guy doesn't even have a guy friend they can go talk to, why in the heck would they go talk to a woman? I don't see it. Do you? Do you see it? I don't see it.
Men aged 18 to 25 said they haven't. In the entire data set, 30% of men said they never approached a woman in person before.
Hold on.
Ever.
We got a Discord link. Okay.
This also might be because, like I said,
even I have approached a woman before. A couple times. Like, I'm not a person to say approaching women is bad. Approaching women is a great idea. Do it. All the time. By all means. If you swing and you miss, too bad. It's worth... Like, I'm saying most women want to be talked to. Okay? It's worth your time.
Everything that isn't swiping right on a dating app nowadays is considered creepy. Don't approach women at the bar. Don't approach women at the gym. Don't approach women at coffee shops. Don't approach women at work. Don't approach women at the mall. Don't approach women.
She's proven my point.
We live in HR world. And it turns out a lot of women don't like HR world. Every time I see videos of women crying about not being approached by men or being lonely, the comments and replies are always full of men like, "Enjoy your cats. This is what you asked for. This is the world you wanted, ladies." But was it?
And she's making the point that I wanted to bring up anyway. Men, feel like the women did this to them. Where men now just have little to no balls. But it's not even that. Some of them, again, don't feel like, the smart ones don't feel like it's worth the risk. And the great ones wait for the women to come to them. And you're going to say, well, no woman's ever going to come to you. Right? Listen to the Don for once. If you put a smile on your face, you dress up nice, you clean your beard, you do your hair, you work out, you buffing up, and you go into a room and you look like you own the place, they're gonna come to you. It's not even a question, because they're gonna want to be with you instead, and that's a great man.
Not every woman is the blue-haired, man-hating, feminist stereotype that you have in your mind. A lot of them want the same exact world you do. What you have to understand is society in the media is basically like her fat, ugly, drunk friend at the bar cock-blocking you from talking to her. Excuse me? She's not interested. Even though chances are, she might be. According to the same study on date psychology, 77% of women aged 18 to 30 want to be approached more. So if
Look at that. Men, you listen to me right now. Even though most of my audience are girls. Thank you, ladies. But this is for the men. Approached girls. Do it. I wish I could find the stats on it, but when I was talking to my group, we looked up the stats of homosexual men approaching other men. Boom, skyrocket. It's not even close. Now, the lesbians female on female approachment is pretty low. So it could have something to do with testosterone. It's possible. It's possible.
Men are lonely and women are lonely, but men are too afraid to approach women nowadays. There's only one thing we can do, ladies. We must approach them. So I did a little research and looked up how to approach men.
Because she's a great one. She knows what she's talking about. But we still have to do our part, because a woman ain't gonna... If you are nasty and, you know, you don't clean yourself, you don't take a shower, no woman's gonna approach you. You still have to do your part, guys.
As a woman. Number 1. Don't. Almost every single article, blog post, tweet thread, giving advice to women on how to get a man said some shit like, don't chase him, let him chase you. Be unavailable and mysterious. Simply pretend he doesn't exist. Great. Awesome. Almost every single bit of dating advice I found amounted to, let them come to us. But what if they're not coming to us? What do we do now? Well, according to the great philosophers of our time, Fresh and Fit and Andrew Tate, the problem is the modern woman. Lazy, entitled, mid. These are the ingredients that create...
They're very mid. Most women nowadays, look, I'm going to offend some people here, have tattoos, are goth, piercings, try to be attractive, have children already, and are gross. And that's the definition of mid. Now, is there anything wrong with those being, you know, those things? No. For me, I accept everyone. I have tons of friends that have tattoos, tons of friends that are goth, tons of friends that have kids. I talk to them all the time. But if I'm talking as someone that isn't naive and friends with everyone, like myself, there would be like, anyone else? Women? Hello? Hello? No. No, we just got the mid ones. Alright. Guess I'm going back home. Drinking ain't fun no more.
The modern woman. So clearly we have to go back. Back when a cheeseburger was 5 cents. And women were lobotomized. That's right, we must return to the 1950s.
One of the most common ways to find a partner these days is by using dating apps and websites. But back in the 1950s, you had to get a little bit more creative. Here's an article from 1958 in McCall's magazine listed 129 ways for women to get a husband.
This list has gone viral so many times on the internet, and I have been sitting on this video idea for years. And what better time to talk about this now that all you bitches single as fuck. But don't worry, we are going to see if the red pill and schizophrenic Roman statue trad larper accounts on Twitter are correct. Did women in the 1950s have better dating advice than women today? Because apparently what we're doing today, crying on TikTok, is just not working for us. Okay, let's just dive into this. Let's go. Number 1, get a dog and walk it. Honestly, this is pretty good advice. This is fine advice. If you have a dog, you'll probably go to a dog park and meet other dog people. I could see this working. Just please, for the love of God, do not become a doggo mom. The amount of times
I hate when women say, "I'm a cat mom." I'm a mama to a dog. Mm-hmm. I love my cats. Well, I don't love you. If you can take care of your cats, are you gonna take care of your family? What?
walking through the city and I see a stroller and a fucking dog is in it. Just do not treat your dog like a surrogate child, please. I want to go on vacations and enjoy life. That's why I don't want kids. I have dogs anyway. Won't somebody please watch Mr. Poopsie while I'm gone? He has separation anxiety.
Yeah, well, she's making a joke. Animals do have separation anxiety. But here, as my grandmother always said, it's an animal. Don't worry about it. It'll be fine. If the animal lived outside for thousands of years, it can live a couple weeks without you if you're going on vacation.
Have your car break down at strategic places. Oh no, my brakes suddenly stopped working in front of the Bass Pro Shop.
That was pretty funny, actually.
Oh no, not right next to the tall rich man convention. Attend a night school. Take courses men like. If you want to sign up for ancient Roman history class, be my guest. I personally would not go back to school for a man. No man is worth that. I still have nightmares about being in school. Why am I having dreams about math homework at 33 years old? Look in the census reports for places with the most single men. Nevada has 125 females for every 100 females. Ladies, if you want to meet a man, simply hang out in the Shoe0nhead fan base. The ratio of men and women here is insane. We got all types of men here. We got the furries, we got the weebs, the libertarians, the conservatives, the liberals,
the Marxists, the anarchists, the agitators, the looters, and people who, in many instances, have absolutely no clue what they are doing.
There he is. He said it himself.
Read the obituaries to find eligible widowers. What the fuck? Showing up to a funeral like, hey, sorry about your wife. What that dick do though? So I'm actually getting these from an article written in 2018 about the advice from the 1950s. And the journalist, Bella DiPaolo, is constantly writing her own commentary after like almost every single one of these things. Like, look, ready? This one is like, get a job in a medical, dental, or law school. And she writes, become a doctor, dentist, or lawyer. You are a badass, so you don't need to marry one.
Yeah, except you do. Because great women married great men. If you're a lawyer, do you want to marry another lawyer? If you're a doctor, oh boy, do you want to marry a doctor? Probably. Wouldn't put it past you. Why wouldn't you? Smart
and the
people
next
stick
advice
together.
from the 50s is become a nurse or airline stewardess. They have very high marriage rates. And she's like, no, become a person who thinks for herself. They have very high rates of living the life that works for them. So become a doctor, dentist, or lawyer is good advice because strong, independent woman jobs or something. But become a nurse or airline stewardess is bad advice because why exactly? Like, I'm sorry, is that not a little sexist? Why is she looking down on being a nurse or an airline worker? The advice some women give to other women is like incredible. It's always just like constant affirmation, constant coddling, constant like, you're doing nothing wrong, sweetie. And then male advice is like, your whole family's gonna die if you don't go to the gym right now. Be nice to everybody. They may have an eligible brother or son. You shouldn't only be being nice to people in order to possibly get laid. Just be nice to everyone in general. Being nice is like the bare minimum. And what's sad is some people can't even do that. The bar is in hell.
It's true. Most people are dickheads nowadays. Almost everyone is a natural born douchebag. You know how much effort it takes for me to be nice to people? I went into a stream today, and I check out everyone, friends, and I'm in a Bob's Discord now. And this woman had an OnlyFans, was goth, put up makeup for all this. You know how much that I wanted to call her out on how, like, fake she was. Like, how much of a nothing that is, and how, like, but it brings people in. Now, you would say she's smart, and I would agree with her. Brings people and makes her money, right? But then everyone else, like, is a douchebag for even looking at it. You know, people live on the internet being fake. And, you know, I refuse to do that. Being, like, genuinely believing in everybody when you do right is my motto. You know, as people seen in my many of my reviews I do, that's my motto, is believing in people. So I don't like that idea of just because you're, you know, being mean, you're bad. It's because being mean is humans' nature. And once again, great men and women learn how to control it.
And yet, get a government job overseas. Okay, I'm sorry. No man is worth becoming a fed. Do not become a federal agent for some dick. Be friendly to ugly men. Again, just be nice to everyone in general. Lowering your standards, if they're very high or unrealistic, is a good thing.
Is it? Look, if you want to get with someone, yeah, lowering your standards. But again, if you are great, truly a great woman, a great man, do you need to lower your standards? No, you want to be with that great man, great woman. I saw a chart once that had like 1 to 10, 10 being the best. And the, 8 and 9 want to go up here, but 10 only want to be with 10s. All right? So if you believe in your 10, you got to prove to another 10 that you're a 10. All right? You ain't getting a 10 unless you're a 10.
But don't lower them too much. If you're not attracted to someone, you should not be dating them. And don't get with the first person who's nice to you or shows you attention just because you're lonely. The amount of men and women who jump into relationships just because they're sad and lonely is way too high. It's almost always a recipe for disaster. Don't date someone who you think is ugly, but if he's not over 6 feet or doesn't have the perfect body, yeah, give him a chance. You're not perfect either, girl. But if you think he's straight up ugly, different story. So yes, be nice to everyone, including ugly people, but don't date someone you think is ugly.
I don't know if she's fully right. If you want to be with someone, fine, whatever. Date whoever you want but that leads to desperation. And desperation is the number one turnoff for anyone. If you are desperate for a woman, you are a loser. Now, if you're desperate for a man, then you're a loser. So once again, it's a dull edge. It's wrong on both sides. You can smell desperation when a person comes up to you. Smell it.
Tell your friends that you are interested in getting married. Don't keep it a secret. Oh, we have another author's note. Tell your friends you have no interest whatsoever in getting married. Don't keep it a secret. Tell your mother. Tell all your other relatives. Tell all the random people you meet on the street. Declare it on social media. Bro.
Yeah, but this woman's a moron. Right? Underneath there. She believes that all men are evil. That's what we're looking at. All men aren't evil.
This is why we are here now, by the way. People like this in 2018 telling young women to not even try and just be a strong, independent girl boss. These are the fat, ugly, drunk friend at the bar cock blocking you. Get lost at football games. Alright, if I'm at a football game, I'm already lost. Don't take a job in a company run largely by women. You would never hear this in modern dating advice. This is like blasphemous. I like the author's note to run a company. Get a job demonstrating fishing tackle in a sporting goods store. See? Bass Pro Shops. I'm telling you. The last respectable institution in America. On a plane, train, or bus, don't sit next to a woman. Sit next to a man. Author's note, spread out all your stuff on the seat next to you and maybe you will get to have the whole row to yourself. The contrast between the like wholesome, goofy.
Ew. Spread your stuff. Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing? We're talking about a person that genuinely hates other people. What is this?
Shit from the 1950s and this like bitter modern asocial shit is so funny. Go to all reunions of your high school or college class. There may be widowers there. What is up with this like predatory ass advice? Why widowers?
Because statistically, widowers are looking for a replacement. Like, I'm pretty sure 70% of widowers, it's you know, an actual, a real number. I just rounded to 70%. It's just like 73 or something weird. Want someone they can rely on after their spouse dies. So, it's good advice. Just a little, hurtful, but yeah.
Be a rebound for a man whose wife fucking died. Also, I just realized I missed my 10-year high school reunion. Oh well. I don't think anyone would recognize me anyway. I'd have to like wear an Invader Zim shirt and like trip pants. Don't be afraid to associate with more attractive girls. They may have some leftovers.
What are you doing here? What do you mean? I'm here for the scraps.
Don't room with a girl who is a sad
True.
sack and let her pull you down to her level. I mean, this is pretty good, like, standard advice. Don't surround yourself with negative, miserable people. Like this journalist who will just try to drag you down.
Why do you think I'm happy all the time? It makes other people happy. If literally when I was at work, I would do this and go like, hello, how's it going? And I worked inside a freaking Walmart. I was a manager in a Walmart. Now, you know how realistically, how freaking depressing it is? Horrible. It's horrible. It's hell on earth. But everyone liked me. Everyone wanted to be with me. Because I was happy all the time. Because I knew that that was what I had to do. I worked there and I needed to work.
And attempt to sabotage your dating aspirations. Learn to paint. Set up easel outside engineering school. The author's note. If you like to paint, set up your easel where nobody will bother you. Spread your stuff out so nobody will sit next to you. Set your easel up where nobody will bother you. They want you to die alone. Stumble when you walk into a room that he's in. Carry a hat box. What? Do we put a hat in the box? What do we put in the box? What's in the box?
What's in the fucking box?
Wear a band-aid. People always ask what happened. No they won't. This was absolutely written in the 1950s, where people used to talk to each other. Make a lot of money. Damn.
Easy. Easiest, best, 10 out of 10 best advice. If you want a great man, this could apply to a woman too. If you want a great woman. But if you want a great man and you want a great woman, you make a lot of money. Because people like money.
Why didn't I think of that? What great advice. Don't be poor. Dropping the handkerchief
don't be freaking
still works.
poor.
God, everything seems so wholesome and simple back then. Drop a handkerchief. That's all it took. Hell, like even my mom, what she did to get my dad's attention, she just like rode her bike back and forth in front of his house. Like, that's so adorable and wholesome. Want to know how me and my husband met? He trolled me on Twitter. He was a hater on Twitter.com. How do I explain that to my future children?
He was a hater on Twitter. No, I'm giving a real applause. That's amazing, actually. I love to see good marriages. There's a cricket down here and I'm pissed.
Stand in a corner and cry softly. Chances are good that he'll come over to find out what's wrong. No, chances are people will whip out their cell phone and start filming you, and then you go viral. Crazy Karen cries in corner. Buy a convertible. Men like to ride in them. Learn how to...
That applies to all people. All people like to ride in a convertible, right?
Bake tasty apple pies. Bring one into the office and let the eligible bachelors taste it. Honestly, this is pretty cute advice. I could see this maybe working. But like, people are so weird about people like dating at work nowadays. That used to be like the #1 place people would meet their spouse. And now it's like saying Susan looks nice today is sexual harassment. I like the author's note here. Learn how to bake tasty apple pies. Eat them.
I got reported to HR, and I'm 23, and I've been reported 6 times, all of which have been thrown out. I got reported to HR for sitting next to someone, and in the report it said sat next to me awkwardly at the lunch table. Like, are we in preschool here? We in middle school? Like, bruh, what are we doing? But yeah, you can't find people at work. It doesn't work anymore.
Don't do anything for a man ever. Do everything for yourself. Wow, thanks, Journo. You helped so much. Female loneliness cured. Laugh at his jokes. Laugh at his jokes. If they are funny. Attractive people make the terrible mistake of assuming that they are funny because simps and simpettes will laugh at any joke they say, no matter if it's funny or not. You are not funny. People just want to f*** you. Know the difference. Accidentally have your purse fly open, scattering its contents all over the street. Oh no, I dropped my monster tampon that I use for my magnum pussy. Wear high heels most of the time. They're sexier. Journo note. This has become my favorite thing. Wear shoes with no heels. They are way more comfortable. Or don't wear shoes at all. Okay.
Well, I'm in a Discord where there's a feet section. In a sneakers section, so you know. That makes sense.
Terrible advice. Wear shoes. You don't want to attract the foot guys. Trust me. I know some of them are in this comment section right now as we speak. Horrifying. But yes, heels are attractive. Heels are pretty. They make your ass look good. They make your legs look good. I don't see how this is bad advice. Unless he happens to be shorter than you are. Oof. The manlet's catching strays even back in 1958. Tell him he's handsome. Journo note, let's go! Talk to someone who is less needy and insecure.
Okay, I kind of agree with the journo note, actually. Surprisingly, don't hate me. You shouldn't feel like you need to tell someone they're handsome. Like, if a woman told me that I'm handsome, I would be like, yeah, thank you. But if a man demanded it, that's a red flag, dude. That's a red flag. Don't do that.
This bitch doesn't even want you complimenting men that you are interested in. Also, ladies, pro tip, if you want him to just melt in your hands, don't say he's handsome. You can do that, but next time you're like walking with him or something, just be like, I feel very protected when I'm with you. He will be locked the fuck in. I don't see the fault in like complimenting a man or...
A guy needs to have a purpose. If you give a guy a purpose, he'll die for you. It's true.
A woman that you are attracted to, that you are trying to date. Why does that make them insecure or needy? Take good care of your health. Men don't like girls who are ill. Get a sunburn. Go on a diet if you need to. You would never, ever see this advice today.
But it's true. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm sorry if you're overweight, YouTube. If you're fat, you're gross. I'm just... Look. Again, I try to be nice to everyone, and I accept everyone, and no matter what you are, or how you look, or how you are, I will always talk to you and love you. But we're talking about America, where I'm speaking for people that I'm trying to help, right? I'm being the person I'm trying to help. If you're fat, you're gross. All right? You are a fat pig. Now, it's not always your fault. Sometimes it's genetics. But people don't care. How many people are hooking up with Lizzo? Not many. Not many people. I don't believe many people are hooking up with anybody nowadays. Yeah, we're right.
What's crazy is, like, in the early 2000s, very, very skinny was the look. Like, I remember being a kid and seeing things about how, like, fat Britney Spears is when she looked like this.
Britney Spears was never fat. Look, I named my stomach Bob. Bob the stomach. And look, I'm fat. I am. I need to not be. Pictures. But I am.
And now we've gone completely 180, where it's like, health and fitness be damned, Lizzo is a queen. Like, can we just be normal about this? Why is there no middle ground between, like, having an eating disorder and having an eating disorder? When you are with him, order your steak rare. Absolutely not. I eat my steaks well done, not even...
Yeah, all steak should be well done. That's gross.
Well done. I ate that shit. Congratulations. Don't tell him about your allergies. Don't be too fussy. Don't whine. Girls who whine stay on the vine. Double date with a gay, happily married couple. Let him see what it's like.
This is actually really good advice. Look, I have 2 gay friends. I would take them on a double date. It actually lightens people up. It really does.
This has such a different meaning today. Double date with a gay couple. Let him see what it's like. Be flexible. If he decides to skip the dance and go rowing on the lake, go.
I know they meant happy,
even if you're wearing your best evening gown. Journo note. Tell him that's fine, but he has to wear the evening gown and the heels. Hello?
Moron.
Force feminize your date. 129 ways to get a boy wife. Turn wolves into husband material by assuming they have honor. Okay, I'm so fucking brain broken. I'm such a degenerate that, like, when I read this, I immediately thought of, like, Legoshi the wolf from Beastars. Like, oh, he'd make a good husband. Oh, wait, how old is he? Hold on. Oh, God. Oh, God, wait, he's 17. Wait. Resist the urge to
That's a no-no.
to make him over. Before marriage, that is. So basically,
I don't know. I worked inside that Walmart for a long time, and I saw... Well, by saw, I'm going to say I heard from multiple sources that 17-year-olds were sleeping with a bunch of people. There was underage people that were, like, straight up did what I consider terrible things with other people. Things that I would never do.
And then mold him into your perfect mate. Okay. I swear this advice is getting more insane the further we go. The lobotomy is kicking in. Remain innocent, but not ignorant. If he's rich, tell him you like his money. The honesty will intrigue him. Will it?
I hate you. The phrase "I hate you," like, I use you for money, That's debatable. Like, if someone said, I like you because of your money, I would be a little hurt, but I would understand. Like, I would like a woman just for her money. Is that fair? No. But it's, you know, it's human nature, really. Like, they would get over, a normal person would get over that. It would be pretty hurtful, though. So don't tell them. Don't tell them.
Honestly, maybe. If he doesn't mind marrying a gold digger, I guess. But if it's just like a dude looking for love, and you're just like, I like your money. It's over. You fucked it up. Never let him believe your career is more important to you than marriage. Clip and mail him a funny cartoon that means something to the both of you. Literally the 1950s version of sending a meme. Stop being a mama's girl. Don't let him think he'll have in-law trouble, even if you know he will. Journo note. Guess who never has in-law trouble? People who stay single. What other articles has this woman written? Let's look this up. The real sex lives of middle-aged single women. A world without marriage. The unsung joy of living alone. The thrill of going to holiday parties alone. Why being in a long-term relationship may make women more depressed. There are more single people than ever. That's not a bad thing. The profound rewards of staying single. I'm done. This is just sad. This is sadder than Anita Sarkeesian having a wedding-themed birthday party and marrying herself. You're gonna look at this and tell me there's no female loneliness epidemic? Really? Point out to him that the death rate of single men is twice that of married men. Marry me or you'll die an early death. If your mother is fat, tell him you take after your father. If he's fat too, tell him you're adopted.
Men that get married live longer.
Guys, go
a different
talk to
time.
those girls. Stow away on a battleship. Rent a billboard and post your picture and telephone number on it. Oh my god. Do not do this. Sink at a fashionable beach at high noon. Make and sell toupees. Bald men are easy catches. Don't marry him if he has too many loose buttons. The end. So ladies, what have we learned? Follow around your hot friends for scraps, get a sunburn, and carry around a hat box. Wow, this will surely solve female loneliness. No, but for real, some of this advice was actually much better than like any modern dating advice I've seen. Like at least some of this advice was go the f outside and talk to men, as opposed to don't talk to him, like let him chase you, don't even look him in the eyes. Also men, I'm curious, which one of these would actually work on you? Would you go over to a woman that was crying and ask what's wrong? Does the hat box do it for you? I'm curious. By the way, the link to the whole list will be in the description. I would love to see your own takes on this list, like your reactions, your own video responses to this list. I've been seeing a lot of VTubers responding to my videos lately, so if one of you anime freaks are reacting to this right now, I see you. So that was that video. I hope you enjoyed it. If not, I've stolen like what, 20-something minutes from your life that you will never get back. Minutes. But if you did like it, please consider donating to my Patreon, link down below. Okay. We're gonna start doing movie night.
Yeah, that was really good. That was really good. I'm gonna post the link in chat. Check it out for sure. Yeah, but it was good. YouTube, thank you all for watching this video. Catch you in the next one. What are we watching next?